So, welcome, and just excited to meet you. I enjoyed our phone conversation the other day when we talked, and so your name's Kaylee, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pronouncing that right. And a little bit of housekeeping. Did you find my office okay?
Yeah, it took me a minute, but I'm here. So.
Okay, that's why I ask. Sometimes it can be a little tricky inside this complex.
Mhm.
So, just want to make sure that you know where you're coming, and I also like to just double check that this day and this time works. I know you work and you work out and you have things that are important to you. So, does this time work for you?
Yeah, this works good.
Okay. Well, I like I said, I really enjoyed our conversation the other day and learning a little bit about your recent loss of your friend, and I'm just interested in getting to know a little more and seeing how I might be helpful uh, in this capacity for you. So, tell me about your loss.
Yeah, so it was my best friend. She's 20 years
Okay.
old. Her name is Christine,
Mm-hmm.
and I had known her since about 8th grade, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm 20 now as well. So from that point, we had been kind of inseparable.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still fairly fresh. I mean, it's been a few weeks, but it's still very fresh, and there's a lot of emotions coming up, and I think the main thing is I just don't know what to do with them. I don't know what I get to feel or how this gets to look because I've never really had to deal with anything like this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, to start with, what I'd like to just talk about with you is that there's really no right way or a certain path to grieve, and I know a lot of people talk about different steps, and really not any two people do it alike. And so I just want to offer that to you, kind of as a starting point. That this is a place where I seek to create a safe container for you to just walk this journey in the way that serves you. And my goal is to walk beside you and really have you lead the way through this and support you, offer you resources if necessary, but really just allow you the time and the space to heal and to grieve. And so maybe we can just investigate that together and, maybe just trust the process and trust you that, you know, this is something that you just to get to go through in your own unique way, and that I'm here to walk beside you. Would that be helpful for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think a lot of times there's a lot of conversation out there that there's certain steps, and this is when you reach this, and you know what, I would say, you know what, you get to do it the way you do it, and that's perfect for you. So tell me about Christine. That was her name, right?
Mhm.
Tell me a little bit about her, or whatever thoughts are present with you at this moment about her.
Yeah, so she was in school at the time. She was going to school for architecture.
Mm-hmm.
She was actually about to graduate in the spring with her bachelor's.
Okay.
So, there's just been a lot of, like, I guess, memories coming up
Mm-hmm.
for me. Um, some good, some bad, but mostly the good memories. And it's kind of in a scrapbook of memories in a weird way where it's not just one memory, it's multiple memories coming up, like, at
Okay.
different times.
I'm fascinated by the way you use like a picture or a word picture of a scrapbook. So help me understand what that looks like and feels like for you. Is there a certain memory or a feeling that stands out, and how do they kind of go together? How does that look for you?
Yeah, so the main one that's been coming up is one where we were just kind of sitting in my car, actually, which is mainly what we did as friends.
Mhm.
So it's not anything really like significant or anything like that, but it's just kind of a happy memory. But yeah, the main one that keeps coming up is we were sitting in my car just listening to music, and we were going on a trip in a few weeks and wanted to look up some restaurants that were going to be where we were at. And so there was one about pierogi, and it said, "Eat a delicious pierogi from Pierogi Pierogi."
Mhm.
And so she started laughing, and I think for a good half an hour we just kept saying "Pierogi Pierogi," and those are those are the memories that kind of just keep coming up. Like, not really like significant memories, but like just memories of like simple stuff, I guess.
Yeah. And maybe the simple memories actually have big significance because it
Mm.
sounds like you had a lot of, um, like a scrapbook of them. So, what other things did you guys enjoy doing together?
Um, a lot of times we would kind of drive around in my car and listen to music. That's what we did a lot, and we watched a lot of movies together because we both loved them. And then um, every every once in a while we would do stuff like a few years ago we went to Comic Con, which is something that we did like when we first met. That kind of was like, oh yeah, you're my friend. You like to go to Comic Con. Um, So a little bit of everything, I guess. Mostly we would just hang out and watch movies. That's mostly what we did.
Okay. You know, it sounds like you guys shared a lot of creative activities like music and Comic Con, and because Comic Con is a pretty kind of creative niche.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
um, and then movies. And did you share a favorite movie together or like the same things?
Um, that's the thing. We like different things. Like her favorite movie was Coraline, which is not my favorite movie, but and I liked musicals and she liked horror movies, and but then somehow we found some like middle ground where like it was between musicals and between horror movies where we found this middle ground of movies that we both were like, yeah, okay, this will work. And like, I can't really think of a movie that we both loved, but it was kind of a middle ground. We were like, okay, if you like this, I can maybe see myself liking this, I guess.
You kind of found a way to work it out together where you watched one of hers and she watched one of
Mhm.
yours,
Yeah.
but that you enjoyed the time together.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And since eighth grade, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, since junior high, 8th grade, actually.
So a long friendship
Mhm.
and lots of like teenage years growing together. Did you go to high school together?
Yeah, she was in more of the like AP upper classes, and I was in more of the music and theater, I guess.
Okay. So you kind of it's I think it's really neat that you guys were such close friends and you had like lots of things that you shared in common and that you both had kind of a real kind of identity or different things that you liked.
Mhm. Yeah, we definitely weren't the same. Kind of the opposites attract sort of
Mm-hmm.
mantra, I
Mm-hmm.
guess. But then, like you said, we would find middle ground to find stuff that we both liked. So.
Yeah, yeah. Um, that's pretty awesome. You know, um, it sounds like you guys shared a lot of different types of activities together, and and now you guys are in college or college age, right?
Mhm.
And she was pursuing architecture.
Yeah, she was just about to graduate this next semester. But yeah, I am not in school, but she was. Again, opposites attract. But
Mm-hmm. That's makes it kind of interesting, doesn't it?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, and then tell me, I'm interested to know, um, was her death, was it something that you expected, or you guys like had you been worried about it, or was it unexpected?
It was definitely unexpected for me. I never really saw any signs what as to that she was going to do something or anything like that. But uh, yeah, I don't know if her parents had any signs or anything like that, but I certainly didn't feel like there were any.
Okay. And so, and how did she die?
She hung herself in her room.
Okay. Okay. So, kind of an unexpected, you know, that kind of brings up its own set of emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And, how has that been for you? Have you had any certain thoughts or emotions surrounding, you know, that aspect of her death?
Um, Not necessarily that aspect. Like I said, it's mostly just been like kind of reliving the moments in our relationship. Um, like like the happy memories, for instance. I start out feeling happy, obviously, and then the more I think about it, and the more I like miss her, I get sad, and then I get angry, and
Yeah.
all the emotions that I don't really know what to do with.
Yeah. Well, I just really want to acknowledge you for starting this path of discussing your emotions and your feelings and being willing to allow me to walk beside you. And I would like to continue this conversation and just working through the emotions as they come up and see if we can navigate this process together. Does that sound like something that would work for you?
Yeah, I would like that.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming in today, and we'll continue next time.
Thank you.